A 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey everybody, Gary here with POW Music, and in this video I'm going to guide you through 8 funky syncopated 16th note strum patterns. So funky strumming is all about the 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... And usually with funky strumming, we're syncopating, and that means skipping the downbeats and playing on the upbeats. So if this lesson is really difficult for you, but you aspire to get here, I recommend you check out the Super Strummer course, where this is actually the last part of that course. We start with super easy strumming at a slow tempo with no syncopation, 8th note strumming, and work our way here. So I'll put a link to the Super Strummer course in the description. And if you want a free index of strumming patterns PDF that goes along with this lesson and the course, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So the key to succeeding in this lesson is to keep a few things in mind. We're keeping a constant down-up pendulum of the wrist, super loose, like we just washed our hands and there's no paper towels. We're shaking the water off, down, and then up, right? We're not karate chopping the water off. It's all in this loose wrist, and we just keep a constant down-up. So the first step is just to be able to go like this. And I'm muting the strings just so we could really hear the rhythm. We'll do it on a chord after. So you just want to get this loose down, up, down, up, down, up. All right? And I'm holding the pick in a way that allows me to stay loose, which is so that the tip of the pick comes out of the side of the thumb, and the edge of the pick goes to the edge of the thumb, and then the index finger curls around and goes against the other edge of the pick. So the pick ends up being in this kind of vice. So we have these kinds of opposing forces. The thumb pushes to that edge, the index pushes on this edge, and this way we could stay kind of loose and we have these opposing forces on the pick. And that also allows us to keep our hand parallel with the strings instead of having to go like that, right? Because the pick comes out the side. So it's super loose. Anyone can just come right up and pull it out of my fingers. Everything is very loose. Okay, and then now what this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 strums on every beat. And the way we count them is 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. And I'm just blocking the strings off, right? Okay, now once we have that, the rule is what ends up happening is we go down on the 1 in the end and up on the E and the like this. 1E and 1E and 1E and So when we look at that first syncopated strum pattern, we have 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and it sometimes helps to whisper where you're ghosting, and when I say ghosting, you're still going down or up, but you're not hitting the strings. So I'm gonna whisper the ghost strums. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and right on that first example. Now I'm gonna say the down ups, and I'm gonna whisper the ups or downs that I'm not playing. Down, up, 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 down, up. One more time on that. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, right? Now with the metronome, it's all about locking into a groove. You can't be a good funky strummer if you're not locked in with the rhythm section, right? So this is our rhythm section. It's the hardest rhythm section to play with because there's a lot of space between each beat. There's no drum fills, there's no 8th note hi-hat. It's just really raw, just the beat, right? So now with the metronome at 40 beats per minute, really slow. Now let's do that first pattern together. 1, 2, here we go. 1 E and a, E and a, E, a 4 E and a, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So now there's two ways that you could practice these. One is to actually not strum on the ghosts, meaning where it's grayed out, where we skip that part of the beat. We could either literally skip it like this, where I'm just not hitting the strings, I'm lifting slightly, just a few millimeters to skip over. Or we can sound out a chord, let's say an E minor chord, and we can just chuck on the gray ones like this. So in that instance, I'm literally strumming on every part of the beat. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And I'm using the ones in black to actually sound out the chord and the ones in gray for a mute. Now this is harder with open chords, but usually with funky strumming, we're not playing open chords. We might be going. You know, either playing bar chords or even little triads up top. Where we don't have to deal with all those open strings, right? So a few ways to practice these. We're gonna go through all the examples. The first way I mentioned, which is not strumming on the gray ones and only strumming on the black ones, and we're gonna do it all with mutes, just to really hear our rhythm with the metronome. But you can use this in two different ways, as I just described. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through 8 patterns like that. We're gonna play each one 4 times at 40 beats per minute, just to get the hang of it, then 70 BPM, then 95 BPM. Let me remember that. 40, 70, 95. We're gonna do each pattern 4 times, start to finish without stopping. Use the playback speed control, use the pause button, use the rewatch feature, make this work for you. 40 BPM, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 E and a, E and a, E, a 4 E and a, 1 E and a, E and a, 3 E, a 4 E and a, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Number 3, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. 1 E and 2 and a, E, a 4 and a, down, down, up, down. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up. 1 and a 2 and a, E, a 4 and a, down, down, up, down, 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 up. 1 E and a 2 E and 4 and a 1 E. last one. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too bad for you. What I would recommend just as a strategy, maybe one time through just say the syllables while I play them. 1 E and E and E, 4 E and say the down ups, down, up, down, up. Eventually you want to be able to do all of that together. This way you'll really get a feel for each quadrant of the beat, the one, the E, the end, and the and where you are in there and what's an up and what's a down. Another thing is on those last two strum patterns, there's a lot of empty space, like the second to last one. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 and a... Notice how I keep the motion going even when I'm not playing. I want to keep that momentum, keep that inertia. All right, moving on. What did I say was next? 40, 60, or did I say 70? Let's go 70. All 8 without stopping, 4 times each. All right, here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. If you'd like to access the rest of this guided funky strumming workout, you could do so by becoming a PAL Music patron, where you'll receive exclusive rewards that go along with all my YouTube lessons, including tab, extended lessons, and my favorite perk of all, the live weekly face-to-face small group lessons, where 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of us get together with our cameras on. All levels welcome. We do group jams, we go along, see what everyone's working on. I give a little bit of one-on-one time to everyone in the group. Anything there is welcome. So the generosity of all the PAL Music patrons are what make these continuing free YouTube resources possible. So I give my thanks to all of the current PAL Music patrons. Thank you for your ongoing support. All right, everybody, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, if you want to go all the way back to the beginning of strumming fundamentals, where we go more in depth on strumming motion, muting techniques of the left and the right hand, and start from the very beginning with simple strum patterns to these more complicated ones, starting very slow workouts each step along the way, check out the Super Strummer 7 Levels to Strumming Freedom course. Link is in the description. Happy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.